2-0 defeat in the semi-final of the Derbyshire. Obviously a disappointing evening, but what are your thoughts?
One of the most disappointing evenings I've had with football, if I'm completely honest. I thought we started the game pretty lively, 10-15 minutes, playing a lot higher. We moved the ball well, we got into some good areas, we had shots on goal, we looked to be a threat for 10-15 minutes, and then all of a sudden it was like we thought they're going to sit off us. They're waiting to pounce on us on the break. So we just went away from everything that worked well for the first 10-15 minutes. And we can't have so many players have 4 and 5 out of 10 evenings. It's as simple as that. And regardless of players, not a lot of having a lot of players have 4 or 5 out of 10 evenings, the buck stops with me on this one. Wholeheartedly take that, and it's like I say, one of my most disappointing times in football, because we had a real opportunity here. We started the game really well, and then we just went to pot. Our quality was horrendous after the first 10-15 minutes. We didn't play high enough, we weren't intent enough. Our quality when then in and around the box, non-existent. We only looked like we had one threat, and for me, I have to take all the responsibility on that. It's if I can't make that team get up to getting in the final that this club has not been in for since the 70s, then I have to take all the responsibility on there. I know players will take their own responsibility, but I take everything on this, and I will face any consequence that comes of this game, and I should do. It was poor, and from the positives of the league, that where in terms of we being in games at step 3 and competing at a step 3 level, we dropped our standards, and I'm not going to disrespect it by dropping it 2 levels to what these play at, because they did what they needed to do in the beat 2-0, and it could have been more in the end as well. We should have been 2 down at half time. So realistically, we got away with that. We came out, wanted us to play again like we did for the first 10-15 minutes higher up the pitch. It was just laboured, just awfully laboured, and we wanted this game to be on, and we wanted to go and really put on a show. But it's alright us saying that, but actions speak louder than words, and I can only apologise for everyone associated with the club on behalf of the players, because as far as I'm concerned, I am responsible for each and every one of those players. So it's my apology, and as I say, it's one of the most disappointing days in football. And a lot of people will look at this and look from the outside, and they'll love the fact that what's happened tonight. I have no issue with that. That's football. The difference is, when the going gets tough, I'm man enough to stand up and something and take that on my shoulders. So not a problem whatsoever. I'll deal with the consequences from it. And as I say, one of the most disappointing days in football that I've had.
And it feels a bit like Robin Salt that we having Coleman come off in half time, but Jamie's back on a positive note as well, I guess.
Yeah, I'll be honest, I was hoping to come here and hit the second half standard of Stourbridge and not have to use Jamie and use him potentially in the 21s tomorrow. But we've had to. Getting a bit of ring rust off, so that's the big positive. As I say, Heanor coming back will be a massive positive for the club, and the main thing is just trying to get us as healthy as possible. But that is no excuse when we're looking at the game in hand today. We should have had enough, we just didn't turn up.
And it's Culver at the weekend. Looking ahead to that, and then the rest of the season, what do we expect?
It's no surprise that going away from there where you're up against it and you're not fancied, I'd probably back us to have a decent performance. But I've asked for responses after games this season, but let's put it this way, Saturday has to be the biggest response of the year, and if not, some style changes need to happen quickly. I've said to them in there, I will back each and every one of them to the end, and the reason being is because, again, it's my responsibility to pick a team and put a team out. So it's we went as relatively strong as we could. We didn't turn up, and I take the responsibility for that.